Hey folks, today I'll make for you a tutorial showing you how to make a bootable USB stick so that you can make any computer run Linux Mint operating system from a memory stick. So you can safely explore Linux Mint without fully installing it on your computer. First we're going to type in universal installer. Type in UUI and you get this universal USB installer. Now you're going to need to follow the instructions in the step by step. It goes through it quite easily, and you just download the universal USB installer, and it's ready to go. Now while you're doing that, you're going to need to download Linux Mint from the web, which is free. It's freeware, so you can download it for free. I'm just going to get rid of that for a second. Linux Mint download. Yep. No, I'm going to do it 32-bit because my laptop is 32-bit. You can, if your laptop's a 64-bit, then you're going to need a 64-bit download. So we're going to go for this one. Now, as you can see here, now you're going to have to find a mirror which you can download it from. UK, United Kingdom. We'll go with this one, and it'll start to download. You see here, it's going to take an hour or so. I have it downloaded already, so I don't need to do this. Then you go right to the universal installer. This is just your agreement. Just click agree. Now we're into the installer itself. Here is your list of different types of Linux that you can install. We're going to go for Linux Mint. Now it's going to search the computer now to find out where my Linux Mint is, and here it is. It's an ISO file. That's the one we need. Now this you're going to need to be very, very careful with. You can also just to double check and make sure you've got the right memory stick. You can format it if it's not empty, but this one is empty already. This here is how much memory for saving your the way that you have your Linux Mint set up, and it'll save all your preferences so that you don't have to, every time you start Linux Mint, that it doesn't have maybe that you don't have to start from scratch again and install all the things that you really want, like I don't know, Google Chrome or all the other software applications that you want it. This will save it all into this this cache. So it's basically like a mobile personal computer. Now we just go click create, and it's gonna warn you that, are you sure? Oh, we're sure. This is going to take some time, so this is going to take maybe 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. That's gone quite quickly. Just going to get rid of this. Once this is basically installed, you'll have to restart the computer and change the boot sequence in the BIOS which is normally it's F12 or F8, depending on your laptop or computer. And this is just going to change the boot sequence. And you need to change the boot sequence so it's going to boot first from USB. And make sure the USB stick is in the laptop, and when the laptop restarts again, it's going to boot straight from the USB stick, and it will initialize Linux Mint. If you reboot the computer again without the USB stick in, it will automatically go for the next bootable disk or hard drive, which will be the hard drive, which will be your normal operating system. So when the USB stick is not plugged in, it will run your Windows 7 or Windows 8 or whatever you're running, and then if you reboot the computer with the USB stick in, it will boot Linux Mint. This you can use for any Linux flavor, distro or backtracker or any of them. You can also get a USB installer for Windows also, so that you can have a mobile Windows instead of your own personal mobile Windows, instead of having to use someone else's computer. You're obviously using their computer but not their operating system. We're nearly finished now. Another 30 seconds. We'll have another window pop up. Is this the one? Yeah. This window will then pop up, and this will finish off, which is only going to take a couple of seconds. And then you will be given a choice when Linux boots for the first time, or on the desktop. You have a choice of whether you want to install the Linux into your onto your computer, which you can do, and then you'll have a dual boot. There we go now. Here we go. It's nearly finished. Then you'll have a dual boot computer with both operating systems running at the same time, or not at the same time, but you just have to reboot and then choose either Windows or Linux, which is quite handy. Oh, this should be nearly ready now. I'm just going to show you now how Linux should look. This is your startup window. And this, when you do boot from a USB bootable stick, you will have here also the option to install Linux in your computer, which is I find personally it's a lot faster than Windows. Have to be a little bit more computer savvy than the Windows. Windows is very to an extent is very plug and play, where some of the things in Linux Mint are just not just need to be set, or just not working properly, and you're just going to have to go through the net to find a solution. But there's lots of backup there on the net, information on Linux Mint, so it won't be too difficult to fix a problem that you may encounter. So to recap, you need to download your Linux Mint free, which will take roughly about an hour, and then while that's doing that, you can download the USB installer and wait until Linux is finished, and then go through the really quick and easy steps to making your own USB bootable Linux. Yeah, that looks like it's nearly finished now. Also, it's the fact USB generally we should be using a 4 to an 8 gig memory stick to make this easy, swapping files and so forth while the operating system is running off the USB stick. Now, that's that process complete, and your USB stick is ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to check now and see. This is universal USB installer, UUI, and there's your operating system. And like I said earlier, you need to change your boot sequence on the startup by pressing F12. Change the boot sequence to USB first. Close that, restart, make sure the USB stick's in the computer, and it shall boot with Linux Mint. Thanks for your time. Please comment and like if you enjoyed or found the tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day.